Canada has done a phenomenal job in attracting and bringing highly educated, experienced immigrants to the country, regardless of what the whiners tell you. But once they arrive, many end up driving rideshares or waiting tables. And it isn't because that's all they're qualified to do. Their training, experience, and ambitions have been sidelined. So today I'm spotlighting two such lives that tell a much larger story. Meet 40-year-old Kulbir Singh Bular. He has a bachelor's degree in computer applications. He'd spent years working in IT for major companies in India. He arrived in Canada in 2024 hopeful. Instead, he drives for a rideshare platform 18 hours a day. After expenses, he earns about $9 an hour. Because of this brutal schedule, he rarely gets to spend time with a 7-year-old daughter. In a recent Walrus interview, he spoke of how when he leaves home in the wee hours of the morning to go drive, his little girl is still sleeping. And by the time he clocks off, she's already asleep again. Bular speaks fluent English, complete with a genuine North American accent. He does it so well that many people mistake him for being born in Canada, but he's only been here for 6 months. He credits the 16 years of speaking to North Americans in his professional life in India for that. He'd hoped for a better job so he can pay the family's bills without sacrificing so much, but when you're behind the wheel for 18 hours a day, it doesn't leave a whole lot of time to apply for jobs you're better qualified to do. His wife had been a vice president at the Bank of New York Mellon in India. She moved to Canada hoping to build upon an already impressive resume. Instead, she works part-time as a server at a casino. Both brought credentials, experience, motivation. What they found was a system that doesn't always recognize those assets. So what's going on here? Well, here's a few of the key barriers. First, a vague but powerful requirement: Canadian experience. Many qualified immigrants are filtered out simply because they are immigrants. Foreign credentials and prior work experience are often undervalued. Employers are uncertain how to map international experience. Hiring practices and workplace cultures too often favor familiarity, not global experience. This isn't just a personal tragedy, it's an economic one. One major study estimates Canada could gain up to $50 billion in annual GDP if immigrants' employment and earnings were brought in line with Canadian-born peers. But instead, their talent goes underused. Frustration builds, and many highly skilled newcomers consider leaving Canada. But back to Kulbir and his wife. Their story is more than anecdote. It's a signal of what's broken. They moved here hopeful their education and work would count. They're working hard, but out of sync with their training. And their potential is locked behind invisible barriers. So, what if Canada flipped the script? What if employers, regulators, and systems recognized and tapped into this global talent? Not just for fairness, but for innovation, for growth, for competitiveness. For Kulbir, for his wife, for thousands like them, and for Canada itself. Their talent is Canada's gain. Canada's at a point where it can no longer afford to waste the value that immigrants bring. Hey, if you found this meaningful, share this story. Comment, like, do all the stuff. And the next time you meet your Uber driver, maybe ask them their story, because behind the wheel might be far more than just a ride. Peace out, and if you're not already following me, you should. It's going to be a ride.